You know guys, originally I was going to make a video about Black Ops 6 and we were going to talk about some of the leaks and some of the rumors that have been going out about it, like the audio stuff and just a bunch of stuff with Black Ops 6, right? And that's still gonna happen, but unfortunately we have received some news which ended up being completely fake and falsified news about XDEFIANT and how it's dying and how they're shutting down the servers. And over the last couple of weeks and months we've been hearing nothing but negativity surrounding XDEFIANT's quality of life and the state of the game, the player count, and how they're about to shut down the servers, and definitely just a whole bunch of stuff about XDEFIANT in a very negative way. Now, I'm not here to gooch lick XDEFIANT. Let me make that extremely clear. We're gonna be critical about XDEFIANT in today's video, but the reason I am making today's video is because a lot of people are theorizing that the false news about this game comes out at a very convenient time.
Bullshit always, man.
And as you guys know, Black Ops 6 is literally about to launch, but this has happened on more than one occasion where XDEFIANT gets critically reported on in an official article, and it gets posted, and then everybody just starts running with the whole narrative that XDEFIANT is completely dead, and after a couple of weeks, it's gonna die, and then Black Ops 6 comes out, and it's gonna completely wipe off XDEFIANT from the face of the goddamn planet.
Shut the fuck up.
And that right there, guys, is exactly the reason why people like the Scatmaster exist. Now, typically the Scatmaster's out and about on the hunt for rage bait, but today, you cannot claim rage bait, because if you were on the receiving end of this, you would be just as mad, you would be just as upset, confused, distraught, and annoyed that people within a very specific community are just running around with this narrative that is honestly based in falsehoods and fibs. That's such an awful word. Fibs. But before we get into it, guys, you already know what to do. If you like the trash talk, if you like the updates and the fun, funny, and entertaining content about Call of Duty and other games alike, you're in the right spot. There's only a couple of things you gotta do. You gotta hit the bell notifications first of all. You gotta leave a like on the goddamn video and subscribe to the Scatmaster and show Activision exactly why we hogtie them in our fucking scrotums, alright?
Bro, what the fuck is you even talking about, bro?
Pretty sure we're about to hit 31,000 subscribers, which is absolutely fucking insane. So let's keep that going. We're on the way to 35,000. You already know what it is, guys. But check it out. This was first reported from Just 4 Leaks 2, or whoever the fuck this guy is. Nobody actually knows who the goddamn fuck he is, but he comes out here with like the typical tweet that you would expect from like a gooch licker in the comments section from a Scatmaster video where they're just completely illiterate, they don't make sense, they're dog shit at English, and quite frankly, the public education system probably failed this guy, and you hate to see it, but it is what it is. That's not necessarily the problem, because when a nobody talks into the void, it kind of just goes nowhere. But then, coincidentally, we had Charlie Gooch licking ball tugging intel. We even had Doug Dimmadome Warzone.
Fuck you, Doug!
With his own tweet. Ubisoft shooter XDEFIANT is reportedly shutting down after Season 4 if player counts don't increase. The report comes from @Just4Leaks2, who says multiple sources have repeated the same information to him. And as you can see, a lot of people started reporting on this. We had Dexerto talking about that, and that's fucking bad, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people just started running with this, and of course, the Call of Duty gooch lickers out there, the people that fiend for the content and attention the way that you guys think that the Scatmaster does. On the other hand, there are certain creators out there that would love nothing more than to try to be the one to stomp out on people like myself saying that Call of Duty's probably not in the best state. And we already know who I'm talking about. Scatmaster's been there, done that. I'm like 3-0 at this point against this man, but don't worry everybody, everything is squashed. I appreciate bald people again, so check it out. A lot of people run with this narrative that XDEFIANT is dead, it's shutting down, and like I said, this isn't the first time, because a couple of months ago, this actually happened right before a shit ton of Black Ops 6 leaks came out. And before a lot of the reveals came out, people were talking about, oh, after Season 3, If the player count doesn't increase, it's getting shut down. And now, guys, history has repeated itself, where Mark Rubin back then needed to defend his own game. He needed to come out in front of this crowd of gooch-licking Call of Duty content creators and fanboys and tell them that the game's not dying. However, it is in a pretty rough spot, and that is something that everybody acknowledges, and that is not what people are defending. People are simply defending against misinformation, and that needs to be known right now, because I know a lot of you gooch lickers out there, a lot of you think you have the gotcha moment. Cut man! But when it comes to people like the Scadmaster, that's just not fucking happening, you fucking dork. Filthy bitch.
Chill for what? Who is this nigga?
Now, fast forward to the present day where all of these people are running with this story that after season 4, it is chalked. And of course, 2 things happen. Well, realistically, 3 things should have happened, but only 2 things did happen. The first thing is that Mark Rubin comes out once again and says, to be crystal clear, there are no plans to shut down after season 4. I've literally been in meetings as of last week to discuss our year 2 plans, but right now we are super focused on improving the technical experience, which includes netcode, and adding more content for seasons 3 and 4. We have done very little marketing, so yes, our numbers are down, but that is just to give the team the time to get the game in a better place before we do bigger spends on marketing to bring new players to the game and to bring back players that have left. And I think we can agree here, this is very, very crystal clear. That doesn't really leave any room for questions or anything like that. And guys, the second thing to come out after this is that all of these people that posted this nonsensical bullshitted information that they did zero research on for whatever ungodly reason, they all get community noted. Now, if you're on Twitter, you know exactly what that is, and honestly, that's one of those things that just makes you look like a fucking bozo. So to see all of these beloved Call of Duty gooch licking news sources like Charlie Intel and Doug Dimmadome Warzone and some of these other fucking guys out here and some of these other content creators that are just spewing out bullshit, yeah, it's really not a good look. And typically, especially if you're a news source who claims to be a gaming journalist, fuckboy gooch licking Bobby Cosby jerking fucking person, you would expect after a situation like that, after this entire shit show that you created, you would expect maybe an apology. But no, the only thing that Doug Dimmadome Warzone and Charlie Intel do is tweet out update and then post Mark Rubin's fucking tweet. It still reeks of inauthenticity. Is that a word? Inauthenticity. Before I talk to you guys about why I think XDefiant is actually still in a pretty rough spot, guys, what do you think happens immediately after this XDefiant news, quote unquote, and the following day, because I'm not posting this the same day, I waited like a day and a half, a fuck ton of Black Ops 6 news.
Don't care, still don't care, I don't care.
Some of the news admittedly is not very good news, like this whole thing about it not being available in Kuwait, and we'll talk about all of that in future videos, I promise. But you cannot sit here and tell me that it does not look weird that after this XDefiant news, all of these motherfuckers are talking about the operators available in Black Ops 6 and how to unlock each operator in Black Ops 6. And then there's statements from Activision talking about when they'll have blogs about zombies, weapons, gear, progression systems in Black Ops 6, and pictures of the new multiplayer maps and all the game modes, and information about theater mode and the firing range, and it just goes on and on and on, guys. Just a fat ass info dump about Black Ops 6 immediately after this XDefiant news went down.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Now, Blame Truth is calling this entire situation a hit piece, and honestly, when this first happened a couple of months ago, admittedly so, I didn't really buy it, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And guys, the Scadmaster's not shaming himself today, alright?
You's a bitch.
The second time you motherfuckers try this shit, we are calling it out the way that it is. Just to be completely blunt about this, Doug Dimmadome Warzone, Charlie Gooch licking ball tugging Intel, all of these other guys, Dexerto, everybody else, Josh Hutcherson, whatever the fuck his name is, I strongly believe that there's been some sort of influence that had trickled down some way, somehow, through Activision to make this nasty, false report about XDefiant just before the Black Ops 6 info dump, just to kick at their competition and throw in a cheap shot. And it's honestly really funny to me because for as flawed as XDefiant is, and we'll talk about that in a minute, I promise, it's really done a number on these Call of Duty developers and the people over at Activision and a lot of these content creators.
It was a sad Saturday night for niggas like you, nigga.
Because when a new FPS game drops in the market and it's actually pretty fun and the launch of the game pulled in a lot of people and especially a lot of people from Call of Duty, that sort of fire under the ass kind of motivates these Call of Duty developers to start dropping seasons with like 6 fucking maps. It motivates the people working on Black Ops 6 to really have their shit together whenever the beta drops and include a ton of information and let the game get completely leaked, and all of this stuff happening around the exact same time. It's really interesting, right? Little do these gooch slickers know that it completely benefits Call of Duty if XDefiant is any way, shape, or form threatening to Activision. Say what you want about XDefiant, it literally accomplished that. Now don't get this confused, I am not sitting here to defend XDefiant because I think it's the superior game or that it's the greatest FPS of all time. No, let's keep it a buck one more time, guys. I'm the Scad Master, I'm always gonna keep it real with you guys. XDefiant is a goddamn mess right now. There's a reason you guys have not seen it on the channel in months. All the XDefiant fanboys and gooch slickers just fell to their knees right now, but I need to be honest. I cannot lie. It's not in my DNA the way it is in all these other content creators. XDefiant was extremely fun for me when it first came out, and I made a video, one of my last videos on XDefiant. You can see this for yourself. I said, this game has the potential to take down Call of Duty in a way that has not been seen before. The only way to do that is if they fix their goddamn problems before Season 1. They need to sort out all of this netcode bullshit in the background before Season 1. They need to add prestige before Season 1. They need to have all of this shit sorted out if they want a chance to continue. And I had said in that very same video, if they don't do that, it's gonna fall off. And that is exactly what happened. Season 1 came out, didn't really make a massive impact, I'm not gonna lie. After that moment, I stopped playing the game. I never stopped believing in it, but for me personally, it's not carrying that longevity that I need. It doesn't have that grind factor that I'm looking for. And to be completely honest, I don't feel like that's the case for Call of Duty either. Okay, I play this game like once a goddamn week. I haven't played it in like 2.5 weeks now. So I'm not saying that in favor of Call of Duty. They both have the same fucking problem in my eyes.
Now listen!
But then Season 2 came out, and guys, all I have seen from the XDefiant community is negativity towards their own game. The netcode is still shit. I saw Blame Truth and a lot of these other people talking about some of the audio issues, the kill trading, the servers are taking a little bit longer to fill up. A lot of people are still struggling with their fucking sanity talking about SBMM, and they really don't understand how it's affected XDefiant. They think that's the reason the game is dead. No, these guys are brain dead as fuck if you think that. There is no grind. There still isn't a prestige system in XDefiant now that so many casuals have hopped off. And now let's say your player pool is 20,000, like a lot of people are saying. Let's pretend it's 20,000. Not having SBMM with a smaller player count is pretty detrimental. That's not the reason why the game is dead though. It just makes the player base within that is still playing, it makes them resent the game a little bit more. Because their lobbies aren't actually filling up the way that it's supposed to naturally, even without SBMM. And that's because of the player population that has in fact dipped. So for all intents and purposes, I am keeping it balanced here. XDefiant is not in a good state whatsoever. Call of Duty, for how much resources go into this game, in my eyes, is in an even worse position due to standards and where the bar is located. And in my eyes, Activision has conjugated this plan to make XDefiant look even worse than it is right before Black Ops 6 to create some sort of confirmation bias about XDefiant versus Black Ops 6 and make Black Ops 6 look way better than it is, because I'll tell you right now, I played the beta and that shit was fucking not it. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Do you think XDefiant is truly dying in the way that people are reporting? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.